So the other day, somebody asked me, do I think men should get married? Or most men, or should most men get married? Sharp Game coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So, hey, this is a question that I got a couple days ago. Dude was like, hey, man, do I think most men should get married in this day and time? That's a good question. But I would say this. You only have but so many options out here. And I know one thing. I know what's out here. It's not pretty out here. You got some vicious people out here. Men and women. And I know most guys are not going to be able to maneuver out here. They're not going to be able to. Women are being trained today to con and manipulate and extract as much as they can get out the guy. If he has anything. Whatever he got, whatever she can get, women are being trained this way. Women are being strategic to get guys. That shouldn't be that way. Women shouldn't have to be strategic to get a guy. That's not normal. That's very masculine, I would say. Women shouldn't have to try to do that, but that's what's happening out here. Women are running all kinds of scams and schemes to get what they can get out of the top guy, or to get in certain circles. And most guys are not going to be able to survive and thrive through this. Now, some guys will say, hey, man, I don't want a woman to take all my stuff. You're divorced, you take all the stuff. See, most guys, I ask them, well, what do you have to take? You have a business? Have you created any type of assets? Are you a creator? Most of the time, the answer is no. So you really don't have anything to take. You just got a job, a house, a car. The house is not really yours because you're still making payments. If y'all still making payments, the house is not yours. It's the bank. You got a car, you're probably making payments on that. Even if you're not making payments on it, let's assume that the car payment is paid up. And the judge said, hey, she gets one car, you get one car. Okay, big deal. What's the big deal? It's fair. She get one, you get one. And when it comes to the house, they'll be like, hey, okay, if y'all can't work it out, I usually say just sell it and split the profit. Or they'll say the wife takes the house because y'all have kids. Okay, big deal. You want your kids to end up out in the streets, or you want your kids to be in the house? At least you know where they're at. Now, can the wife handle the mortgage? I don't know. But if she can't, oh well, just go get you another house. And who said you have to stay in the same house for the rest of your life anyway? Do you really want to pay a 30-year mortgage? Really? Are you that attached to houses and mortgages like that? Something that's not paying you any money. Something that's not an asset, it's a liability. Are you really attached to a house like that? If that's the case, that's sad. You need to fix that. Either a house is a liability or an asset. If you're not making no money from that house every month, that's a liability. If you have rental properties, that's an asset. So you have to figure that out. You're all attached to something that you love, something that can't love you back, and you're attached to something that's a liability. I never understood that, But they trick people all across America, telling us, "Hey, you got to go buy that house, man," that you can't really afford anyway, but you get it anyway. And the banks know you couldn't afford it, but they tricked you into buying it, and you so attached to it, you and your wife, or you and your girlfriend. You know. So most guys are delusional. They think they should have something to take. Can't take your job. We already established that. You can't pass a job down. So what do you have to take? Oh, to take child support. Okay, big deal. Big deal. Yeah, okay, man. Take your $500, $600, or $800 based on how much you make a month. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know. Big deal. That's it. That's all you got is child support. You ain't got nothing else, the average guy. And if you had a business or you had assets, child support wouldn't be a big deal. But see, you dependent upon one income, which is your job. That's why child support is a big deal to you. If you had more than one income, child support wouldn't be a big deal to you. And the reason why, more than likely, the reason why your ex-wife, or the reason why any woman, damn near any woman, would put a guy on child support, because she know you ain't gonna do nothing about it anyway. Ain't gonna be no consequences if she put you on child support. That's the truth. You might be one of those beta guys that's walking around here talking about, it's the inevitable. It's going to happen. If it's happened to those guys, it's gonna happen to me. No. If you're got that mindset, that's just you. I guess those types of things happen to people like you. Look, no woman would ever put me on child support. I'm gonna tell you right now. Certain things, it's not gonna happen to me because I'm not gonna let it happen to me. So you can take the other role too. Just live like a hermit and don't come outside and be antisocial and don't deal with women at all. And you die off, and your last name will die off right along with you. You can take that route and live off the grid, and some guys are doing that and just buy a sex doll and buy toys. That's selfish. Some guys is falling for this. They be like, "Oh man, just don't deal with them at all." Don't deal with women at all, man. It's just, I just don't want to deal with them, man. But you got to deal with people. You go to that job, you deal with people. You be like, "Oh, I'm getting paid. I gotta pay the bills." So, okay, you're a slave for money now. So if somebody put a price tag on something, now you'll do it now. It's worth it now because you got to get the money. So now you're a slave now. That's a sad way to live. To be a hermit and to let money rule and dominate your actions. I think it's sad the way things is going out here. And it's going to get worse, by the way. If you think it's bad now out here, it's going to get worse. The worse the economy gets and the worse that people live, women are going to get more scandalous and conniving and running schemes and scams. You know. But hey, if you don't have anything to take, you don't got to worry about a woman trying to scam and scheme anything out of you. You don't have to worry. If you're just working a job, what do you have to take? Take a little bit of money you got in the bank. Okay, just call the bank and be like, hey, someone stole my ATM card. Okay, sign out the little report. They'll give you your money back. That's it. You know, that's really it. It's that simple. I've done that twice. Somebody made a purchase on my bank account. I called the bank. Actually, you can do it online now. You can make a claim online, and they'll call you up and be just to verify that it's you that made the claim online, and they'll do their little investigation. They don't do no investigation. They tell you they do an investigation, but they just run the paperwork through. 2 days, you get your money back, and they send you out a new ATM card. That's it. You know, really, that simple. Now, if you get married, and if you want a family, great. Marriage is a great thing. Marriage is what you make of it. If you want a family, you want kids, you want your name to live on, you don't want to die out in your family. Especially if you're a guy, it's your responsibility to keep the name going. It's not the responsibility of your sisters to keep the name going. You're the man. You have to take on manhood responsibilities, leadership responsibilities. See, that's the problem today. A lot of guys don't want to lead. They just want to be passive and hang around, kind of in the cloud and stay in the cut and see what everybody's doing, and then they don't make a move. No, you got to get out of that. It's your responsibility to move your family forward. It's not your brother's responsibility or your sister's responsibility or the niece or the parents. Your parents brought you here. You got to take the torch from them, your dad. And maybe you say, I ain't had no dad. Well, I ain't had a good relationship with my dad. Well, you know what? He did the best he could. Maybe he was fucked up, whatever. But he did what he did. You got to let that go. Do it for you, not for him. You got to learn and pick up what you didn't get from someplace else that you should have got from him. And you got to move the family name forward. That's just what it is. You know, you don't have to like it, but that's just what it is. You know? So, you can get married, have kids, build something that you can pass down to your kids so they can have a leg up in society. And here's something that a lot of people don't know. If you're single, when I was single, it was easy being single, by the way, for me. You know, I was like a local celebrity in my town, back in Charlotte. Everybody knew me. I was like a local celebrity, and that's real. This ain't no bullshit. You know, you can do well when you're single. There's a glass ceiling though. You're only gonna go but so far because it takes a village to win out here in a major way. And in life, your life is predicated upon the relationship that you make with people. So when you're married, you can open doors that you wouldn't be able to do while you're single. You can build relationships with people while you're married that you wouldn't be able to do when you're single. And I don't necessarily know why that is, but I know a lot of people, a lot of groups, some couples, some groups, some organizations, even banks, even business people. They don't take you serious unless you're married. They don't want to even do business. They don't even want to talk to you unless you're married. I've been to some conferences. I met some people in town, in cities across America. They'll say something like this. They'll be like, "Hey, we're having this event at 9 o'clock. Hey, why don't you bring your wife?" They'll say it like that, assuming that you're married. Now, if you don't show up, they'll be like, he ain't to be taken serious because he probably ain't married. That's what it is out here, man. People, even if you, sometimes if you go for a job interview, and if they find out you're not married, a lot of people won't even take you serious. They won't even, that'll be a way to disqualify you from getting a job. It's true. Someone put me on to that like 15 years ago. I didn't believe it until I experienced it on my own. So, and P.S. by the way, you don't got to get married to the state. Because I know some people will look at this, man, I don't get married to the state, man. They gonna rape me, man. You don't got nothing to take. Knock it off. Unless you got business or assets or something that's making you money every month, like me. You don't got nothing to take. Cut it out. And you don't gotta get married to the state. You don't. You can get your own contract, or you can do it by religion or in the Catholic Church if you're involved in the Catholic Church. However, whatever, or if you're Muslim or whatever, you don't gotta get married through the state. Knock it off. And most of the people ain't got nothing to take anyway. What do you got? All you got is a job. The worst thing that could happen to most guys is he paying child support. Let's just keep it 100, man. Stop playing games. All these women, a white woman, came up with this book called Strike a couple years ago. She's an attorney. And a lot of white guys read it and they went crazy, lost their minds. And I think the book ended up selling probably millions of copies by now. A lot of white guys lost their minds when they read that book. And all she did is basically just played into their egos. The guys she wrote the book about, wasn't even talking about the working class guys. She was talking about the guys that got businesses and worth millions of dollars. They have something to lose. She wasn't even talking about working class people. The book ain't about working class people. If you read the book, you see what I'm talking about. The book is all Strike. Where the woman, she's basically saying that marriage is not a good deal for who? For who? She wasn't talking about working class people or blue collar people. Come on, let's get real. Some of these guys are delusional. The worst thing that could happen for you if you work a job and that's all you got, the worst thing that could happen is she put you on child support. Or maybe alimony. And alimony don't last long. And it's based on how much money you make. So if you're so dependent on, first off, you shouldn't be so dependent on your job anyway. Because they can let you go at any time. That's the most dangerous number is one. One of anything is dangerous. And in my world, that's unacceptable. That's my philosophy on that. One of anything, no, I can't have it. One car, one shoes, one income, one job, one woman. Nope. I changed that like 20 years ago. I ain't had one income since 20 years ago. You know, So if you want some help with that, get at me, you know. But I think most guys should get married because they're not going to be able to maneuver out here. The waters is too treacherous. And what are you going to do? Keep running the streets? You're going to, if you can't, some guys have a hard time at the job. If you have a hard time at the job, you're not going to be able to make it out in the streets, out in these streets. Eventually, you're going to get caught up. You're going to get some raggedy girl pregnant, or you're going to get STD. Something's going to happen, or you're going to run into some crazy cop. Some woman is going to set you up, and you're going to get caught up in that legal system, and you're going to have money to get out of that. I know about that. And if you don't got no money, you're in trouble. And then you might end up losing your job, depending on what type of job you got. So those three options ain't good for you, buddy, if you're trying to run the streets. You can't even maneuver at the job. Guys are complaining about the job. If you can't maneuver at the job, you can't maneuver out in the streets. So, it's your life. Don't be stupid. Hey, like this video, share this video, anything I can help you with. Get at me. Check out my book, Boss Life Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. Next time I'm out. Peace.